Shedeur Sanders just blindsided the entire NFL with a move that no one saw coming, a covert KFC equity maneuver that's less about fried chicken and more about rewriting the playbook for how rookies enter the league. What at first looked like a lighthearted, family-friendly giveaway quickly morphed into a power play with billion-dollar implications. And if you think this is just about a bucket of spicy wings, golden wedges, and some social media buzz, you're not paying attention. This is the rise of a rookie who's not just playing football, he's playing chess with the entire league. It started innocently enough. 3 Sanders brothers, 3 different cities, 250 KFC meals each. Fans showed up, Instagram lit up, ESPN ran the clip and smiled. Just another classic Coach Prime production. They said, flashy, fun, harmless. But that's exactly what the NFL thought when it first went viral. What they didn't realize was that this wasn't just a fried chicken promo. It was a live experiment in brand leverage, fan engagement, and market power. And Shedeur Sanders walked out of that experiment holding the kind of off-field leverage most rookies can only dream about. While the rest of the 2025 draft class was doing the standard rookie routine, interviews, team meetings, media appearances, Shedeur was executing what insiders now call the most sophisticated off-field play of the offseason. He didn't just show up to give away chicken, he built a pop-up stadium of belief in a KFC parking lot. He collected live market data without a single corporate middleman. He demonstrated that he can move people, move product, and move the emotional needle of an entire city without even taking a snap. In the NFL, that's not just marketing, that's currency, that's leverage. And leverage is how you break the system. From the moment he arrived, the energy in Cleveland was different. Fans weren't just lining up for free food, they were lining up for hope. Cleveland is a city that's seen heartbreak, betrayal, and disappointment at the quarterback position more times than anyone cares to count. Bernie Kosar feels like a lifetime ago. Johnny Manziel burned out in chaos. Baker Mayfield gave them a flash of hope before fading. Deshaun Watson was supposed to be the answer, but off-field controversy and inconsistent play left the city restless. So when Shedeur Sanders showed up, before he'd even taken a snap in orange and brown, Cleveland felt something it hadn't in years: belief. Parents pulled their kids out of school to shake his hand. Workers left their shifts early just to grab a selfie. Lines wrapped around the block, not for a touchdown, not for a playoff ticket, but for a chance to be part of a moment they instinctively knew was bigger than football. And Shedeur wasn't rattled. He wasn't starstruck. He wasn't acting like a rookie soaking in his 15 minutes. He was calm. He was poised. He was strategic. He shook hands like a mayor. He laughed with kids like a neighbor. And he scanned the crowd like a CEO at a product launch. He wasn't just giving away chicken, he was activating a city. Then came the moment that sealed it. As chants of QB1 rolled across the lot, one heckler couldn't resist. Hey, Joe Flacco ain't it? We need Shedeur. The crowd roared. All eyes went to the rookie. Most players would have panicked. Some would have taken the bait. But Shedeur just smiled, nodded, and said, "Nah, Joe Flacco, that's my guy. Much respect to the vet." In one sentence, he balanced humility, respect, and confidence. He diffused tension, won the crowd, and sent a message to the locker room that he understands the game beyond the X's and O's. That's not just charisma, that's leadership. This wasn't just a family stunt or a PR event. This was a proof of concept for the Sanders business model. A rookie quarterback with the vision of a mogul, a player who understands that in 2025, influence and market gravity matter as much as velocity and accuracy. He's not waiting for the Browns to hand him a marketing plan. He is the marketing plan. He doesn't need to beg for endorsement deals. He's creating his own campaigns, and in doing so, he's changing the way front offices think about value. The NFL has always operated on a simple formula: draft the talent, control the image, slowly build the brand. The Sanders family just shredded that formula. Shedeur entered the league as a fully formed brand, with music charting in parking lots, social media reach bigger than some veterans, and the ability to summon a city with a single Instagram post. He's the first wave of a new era. Players who don't just join the league, they bend it around them. That's why executives are panicking, because for decades, rookies have been blank slates. Teams shaped their public image, dictated the messaging, and controlled the narrative. But Shedeur Sanders doesn't need the league to validate him. He arrived validated by the people. And when that happens, power shifts. That's why this KFC stunt is now being dissected in front offices like game tape. It's why whispers of "how do we control this" are echoing through NFL hallways. And the answer is simple: you can't. And here's where the implications get seismic. When contract negotiations start, rookies traditionally sit with no leverage. They take the slot value, sign the deal, and wait for their shot. Shedeur just rewrote that dynamic. He's already proven he can move markets. He's already built a cultural presence, and he's already carrying the emotional weight of a city starved for relevance. That's not a rookie begging for a deal. That's a young star walking in with receipts. That's leverage, and leverage gets you paid, protected, and prioritized. But the genius of this moment isn't just the leverage, it's the authenticity. Fans can smell fake hype from a mile away. They know when something is a team-orchestrated campaign versus a genuine connection. And this wasn't a billboard or a staged photo shoot. This was real. People cried meeting him. People skipped work. People handed him their trust before he even touched the field. That's cultural gravity you can't coach, can't manufacture, and can't suppress. The league now faces a question it's never really had to answer. How much is cultural impact worth on day one? Because if a rookie can sell jerseys, sell hope, and sell out a parking lot without a single NFL highlight, then traditional draft slot valuation just became obsolete. And Shedeur isn't just a one-off, he's a blueprint. Every young athlete watching this is learning in real time. You don't have to wait for the system to crown you. You can build your own crown. Cleveland, knowingly or not, is now the epicenter of a cultural and business experiment that could ripple through the entire league. The Browns didn't just draft a quarterback, they inherited a movement, and with every handshake, every chant, and every viral clip, that movement grows louder. By the time Shedeur Sanders takes his first official NFL snap, he may not just be the face of the Browns, he may be the face of a new NFL, one where rookies arrive as forces of nature, where fan bases connect directly to players, and where the league has no choice but to adapt to a world where the players own the narrative. And if the NFL doesn't evolve, they'll be playing catch-up, not just on the field, but in the boardrooms. So let the analysts talk about mechanics, depth charts, and preseason rotations. Let them call this just a fun off-season stunt, because the people who were there in that Cleveland KFC lot know better. They didn't just meet a quarterback, they met the future.